We're State. I'm Cassie.
I'm Keegan.
I'm Christina. And I told you guys about this the last time we recorded, but there's a subreddit called Bad Women's Anatomy, and it's chock full of posts from women about things that their boyfriends, husbands, people they're dating think about or truly believe is going on with our vaginas, which is just wonderful and a real indictment, I think, of the American education system, specifically health class. But yeah, this one I wanted to share with you guys because this is conversations that she had with her ex. So she says, I can't orgasm through vaginal sex. Most women can. Otherwise, how does sex work? Most can't. Orgasms through penetration would mean you'd need a hell of a lot of nerve endings in the vagina, which would make childbirth even more painful. Maybe that's why childbirth is painful, because of the nerve endings. How would you explain all the women squirting left and right when they're fucked in porn?
Okay.
Babe.
Here. Okay.
Babe.
She says,
Look,
it's porn. It's created for male fantasy. Most women, in fact, can't squirt either. Looking concerned. I think your pussy might be broken. You need to get it checked.
Okay. Wow.
You're going to mansplain my own vagina to me? How dare you, first of all. Secondly, look, there are a lot of women who can orgasm through penetrative sex, but it
some
is
cannot,
certainly
of course.
not
Yeah.
all women. Yeah. Or some, for me, I think I can both ways, but it's far easier.
Yes.
Externally, like it's much quicker. It's far easier,
Yeah.
But in general, it's just like the lack of being able to admit that maybe you're wrong about this. I think that's the thing is that's
About
the
a
most,
body type you do not have. Okay.
yeah, like that's the thing that's the most infuriating about this type of person is like, it's okay to be wrong about something.
Right.
The education system let you down. You've put pieces together through porn, right? Like you got it wrong. That's fine. What's not okay is to try and explain somebody else's body or experience to them. It's so irritating.
I just can't imagine what it would be like to lose your virginity these days or if you're in a heterosexual situation with dudes that have been raised on Pornhub.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, dude, get me a dude that had to go behind a dumpster and find a Playboy magazine. 10 out of 10. It's going to give you a better... Yes, because they had to work for it. Exactly right. They had to work for it. Versus Pornhub, it's just in your fucking phone all the time. And dude, the crazy stuff on there too.
I would be so curious. There's a local antique store. It's like a trendy hipster antique store in Atwater Village that I go into occasionally. And they were selling vintage, old school from the 70s and 80s Playboy magazines. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I'm kind of tempted to buy a few so we can see what was in there. I want to know what the men of yore were looking at, being taught,
Yeah.
I kind of want to know what their situation, how did they approach? I'm sure it wasn't great. I think the 70s especially was very the way that women were portrayed, I'm sure it's not all daisies and sunshine, but I do wonder if there is any actual practical stuff in there, I wonder.
No, I think I've always wanted to revisit get old 90s Cosmo magazines too.
Mm-hmm. Oh God.
And do the quizzes. The advice.
You know what we should do is we should find a Cosmo. Each of us should get a Cosmo magazine from the month and year that we were born.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
And then we should read them and then we should talk about it.
Oh, I'm so down for that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I bet we can find them
gosh.
on eBay. I bet we can.
I bet we can. You might be able to even you probably wouldn't have to buy the physical magazine.
Maybe
There
through
might
the
be
library.
Good digital.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It would be so interesting actually to see how advice to women changed throughout. Like we could do the month and year we were born and the month and year we graduated high school. And even in that period of time, the like advice to women, the stuff that they'd be talking about in those Cosmos would be so different.
Yeah. I remember going back and retaking quizzes because I didn't get the answer I wanted.
Oh, 100%. Where you learned the pattern of what it was going to be.
Obviously,
and so you only picked those. Yes, exactly. You knew you were lying to yourself, but you did it anyway.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
I'm like, ew, that's not
so
me.
Funny. And then the fashion. Mine was early 2000s. So
I had Cosmo. I had a subscription to Cosmo Girl.
Of course.
Which was the teen Cosmo magazine.
Got Sassy Mag.
Sassy. Man.
And 17.
I know that Teen Vogue still exists, but like what happened to like teenage girl magazines like that?
Well,
I feel like they were such a huge part. I guess, people are online.
Generally, zines aren't like a thing anymore. Like, I mean, I guess they are because there's a section of like bookstores for magazines. It just doesn't feel like it's a real popular media.
They're for the older
platform.
set.
Yeah.
They're definite. You walk through any grocery store checkout line and you look at those headlines and you're like, oh, that's for my grandma.
Like, when was the last time you purchased a paper magazine?
I can't remember the last time, but I always look in the grocery store, and I swear to God, even in the year of our Lord 2025, there's always like Diana, where it went wrong.
Oh,
and I'm like,
Truly.
leave that poor woman alone.
But it's just like, it is only for a certain kind of person because the British royal family is always on the cover of those magazines. If it's not Diana, then they are talking about Harry and Meghan, or they're talking about Kate. Yeah, like it's just, that is what is on the cover of those magazines pretty much always. Or it's like soap stars, or I swear to God, they're still talking about Jennifer Aniston.
Yes.
Truly.
You're like, Jesus, give it a rest.
Truly. Or Angelina.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the whole thing, the Angelina Brad and
Oh
I mean,
my
like,
God,
why are you still debating this topic? It is so far gone.
Brad Pitt and his girlfriend, who's like 30 years younger than him, and Gigi Hadid and Bradley Cooper went on a double date. When I tell
Bradley
you,
Cooper's with
like,
Gigi Hadid?
and has been for a while. Yeah.
Okay.
And like they went on a double date, and the pictures, I'm just like, look, if you're happy, I'm happy. Great. But like, the pictures really do look like fathers taking their daughters out.
Gross.
And Brad Pitt looks like he is fully in, and he's 60, so it's not even midlife crisis, but it looks like he's wearing like a blue lame button-up shirt. I'm just like, what are you doing?
No.
Whoever did his face did a pretty good job, though.
Oh yeah, he does look.
His upgrade is really good for him being 60. I'm like,
his face card. Yeah,
there's like something going on. Like there must be a new doctor in town because like Kardashian, what's her name?
Chris.
Yeah,
her facelift is
holy shit. She looks just like Kim now.
Incredible.
I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah, she looks great. Can we please talk about Lindsay Lohan saying that she didn't get any surgery
Honey,
and that her face is like that because she's
in my face like that?
Stop it.
Get out.
She's like, I drink chia seeds,
honey,
and like lemon water, and that's why I look like this. It's like, bitch, shut up. Look, I don't care. As someone who gets Botox, has gotten Botox before,
do it.
I do
who cares?
not give a single shit that you got some surgery on your face or that you get injections or like whatever it is. Just don't act like I'm fucking stupid.
Right. Don't gaslight.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kidding me?
And actually too, it's enough of a fucking chore and a hassle to get older and age as a woman in America that it's like it's kind of woman hating.
It's disrespectful.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It's disrespectful in a way. I'm like, you didn't come around with that like that is not chia seeds. That is great work.
Great work. Yeah.
Girl, don't own it.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's just, and also I also realize that no one owes you what's going on in their personal life. But if that's the case, then just decline to comment on it.
Yeah.
Just say like, I'd rather not talk about that.
Right.
And leave it at that. But don't lie. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Don't lie to us. I just feel like it's so... I don't know. You're disrespecting my intelligence. And then also for all the young girls who are growing up with these like impossible beauty standards. Yeah. I mean, speaking of the stuff that I would read in Cosmo or like, Cosmo Girl magazine or whatever, thinking that if I just did XYZ thing, if I just did like this homemade remedy at home,
make your boobs bigger, or your tummy flat. And I'm
just don't fucking lie to me. It didn't work. I just spent a lot of like time and energy and, and then I was just like, what's wrong with me?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't
it was
do that.
A combination of that and gaslighting us into thinking that like we can make a man love us by giving him blowjobs. Lots of blowjobs.
And just doing it just the right way with like a fucking mentholated cough drop on your tongue or something ridiculous.
Just like, what
Pop
is
rocks.
happening?
God.
Oh, speaking of facelifts, you know who I think got the best one though? Anne Hathaway.
Oh, she looks amazing.
Really? I haven't even seen.
Look it up.
Yeah.
Cassie, I was stunned. Jaw on the floor.
Nice.
She looks stunning. Yeah. I hadn't put together that it was a facelift, but I was like, she did get some work done, and I could tell.
I think
and
a lot
was
of
like,
people
and
are doing like
good
half
work.
facelifts.
Mid facelift.
Just this like jawline up thing. And I'm like, I kind of want to do that.
I actually inquired to a person in Beverly Hills because I saw a TikTok. It's called a weekend facelift. And
do you recover really fast?
Yeah, it's fast recovery. It's like it's made for women like in their late 30s, early 40s who want to get on top of things before it gets. It's not for like women in your 60s or whatever. Right. But yeah, this is what they're doing. I think is this weekend facelift. Just a little nip tuck.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, what did you discover? What's the price point? What are we looking at?
We're looking at Christina's not going to do it. And that's how much it costs.
Okay. Are we talking like 5 figures?
Yeah. We're talking, it was a Beverly Hills
so like 10,
office.
15K?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was started there.
Sure.
But they were like, they gave you a range and then they were like, it depends on a lot of different factors. So we can't say for sure. But even like the cheapest one in the range, I was like,
I'll get back to you. Let me just check my schedule.
Yeah.
Let me just check my schedule. I'm just browsing.
I love that we all do that where we're like, you know what? I have a few things that I need just to work out. So like, I'll give you a call back.
Never call back.
Never do.
Never call back.
Never.
Well, but I get it though. Cause it's just like, I don't know. You don't want to Groupon a facelift. Like you gotta
facelift.
No.
That was
spend
actually
some good money on it.
That was actually Lindsay Lohan's first facelift. Was the Groupon facelift.
I think it's settled. I think she got something super serious done, and it just needed a beat, to just kind of settle down.
Well, she looks fantastic. I don't want any of this to be misconstrued as like, I don't know. I mean, like we just said, we looked into it.
No, she looks great now.
Any of these things. Yeah, everyone looks great. It's just, come on, it's 2025. Let's just, everyone reveal your fucking secrets.
Yeah. Don't gatekeep.
Exactly.
We're all trying to make it out here. And yeah, it's money too. That's the other thing. Anybody can be beautiful with money.
With enough money. And you can be beautiful without surgery with enough money because you're going in and you're getting laser treatments all the time. You're getting microneedling all the time. That shit is expensive. I looked into getting laser because I have some like raised scarring on my chin. And so I was like, oh yeah, like what would that be? I mean, and it's not like finance a car amount of money, but it is just like, it's like $7,000. Whoa. It's like $700.
I was going to say 7,000. Jesus Christ. Are they giving you a whole new chin?
No, like, but to do the whole, like, if you want a laser facial, the place that I asked, it was like $600 or something, $700. And they want you to go back several times. Yeah. So it's just not reasonable for most people in these trying times in this economy. It's
Right.
not, but if he got enough money, if you're a Kardashian, you can get a laser facial every week.
Yeah. It makes me think of that sound clip where she's like, it's such a busy week.
Nobu on Tuesday.
Vegas Friday. Okay. Well, who should we fuck, marry, kill this week?
Are we past Gemini season or Cancer?
Cancer season just started.
Yeah.
This is coming out July 2nd.
Okay.
So, yeah. So we need to find some hot cancers.
We need
Must.
to.
Simply must.
I am picking Solange.
Okay.
Love it.
Interesting.
See, yeah. Ugh. She gives me good Cancer vibes. Like the fact that her and Lana Del Rey are both Cancers makes so much sense to me, even though musically they're different. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But they give like the same kind of like dreamy, soft like vibe.
Very much a dreamy vibe. I'm going to do Post Malone.
He was one of the two I was thinking of. Okay. All right. Because I actually had thought, I think Post Malone's energy is very attractive.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know that we've ever done him for a fuck, marry, kill.
I like him. He's great vibes.
I am going to do then, this is completely different than these two. I'm going to do Pam Anderson.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch The Last Showgirl?
No, not yet.
No, I still haven't seen it, but I follow Pamela Anderson on Instagram, and she is living my best life. It's just like she is in her soft girl era.
I love this
She's
for
just
her.
walking around her like beautiful like English countryside style garden barefoot in gauzy dresses, just hanging out with animals. I just think that
I love Liam
she's-
Neeson for her.
Oh my god,
I love that they're dating.
That's so amazing.
Yeah. And also just shout out to the elevator. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall to know why Solange
Beat the shit out of
Oh,
Jay-Z.
I thought you were still
Yeah.
talking about Pam Anderson and Liam. I was like,
no.
what?
Yeah, never forget Elevator Gate.
No.
someday there's got to be a tell-all book. Someday.
Yes. Oh, I'm
And
sure
I
there will.
am here for it. I will download it and listen to the audio version.
Exactly.
So I think I know what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm marrying Pam Anderson.
Okay.
I'm sorry. The lifestyle that she is living right now is a fucking
Dream.
And she also seems like a very live and let live person.
Yeah.
She has like no judgment. She seems very kind.
She's got the
Grounded.
best stories.
Kind.
You know she's got
Yes.
the best stories.
Yes. No, I love it. I'm marrying Pam Anderson, and then I'm going to fuck Solange. That's a very fiery Cancer.
I
There's a
kind of want to
fire
know what
energy.
the rest
Yeah.
of her chart is, because I'm getting that too. There's a little spunk to her, and that album, oh gosh, what is it? Cranes in the Sky, that whatever album that is T to B, so good.
Yes.
Like genuinely,
Yes.
I want to get it on vinyl because I would just play the whole thing from top to bottom. It's so good.
So good. She's so hot. I'm down for this. So yeah, that was easy. And then I want to friend Post Malone.
Of course, yeah.
I really
fun.
do. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He's got to be such a fun friend.
Oh,
Dude,
totally.
we would order so much Postmates and just get high.
So much Taco Bell.
Yes.
Oh, so much Taco Bell.
Yeah, that man's never going to judge you for anything.
No.
No.
Plus, I think he is genuinely talented. I
Yes.
think when he first came out and we were like, who is this fucking mumble rapping guy with tattoos on his face? You know, that people had a certain kind of idea about
Another
who he was.
guy
But
whose
since
attitude
then,
has a glow up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Again.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes. His personality makes him hotter, and he is, since he came out, he's done a few things where he's done like collabs with people where you can actually hear him sing and play the guitar, and I'm like, oh, he actually is talented. So
Yeah, attitude is everything, man. It truly is, because if you objectively look at him, I'm like, It's like
No,
Pete Davidson.
It's the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although even
That could be our next FMK.
at this point, I think Post Malone's hotter than Pete Davidson. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
I feel like he's
Yeah.
surpassed
I
him,
agree.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm also gonna marry Pam Anderson. She is living my dream life right now. Like I'm just like that seems lovely, and you still get invited to you get invited to all the big parties and all the big premieres, but you get to retreat to your beautiful house that just
Like an
calms your
oasis.
nervous system. Yeah,
And it's
love
really
it.
the antithesis of what we were talking about at the top too, because she's chosen to like do makeup free and just be like, this is my face and I'm fine with it. It says more about you that you have a problem with it.
Yeah.
And I fucking stand that so much.
And by the way, she looks amazing. I'm
She
sure
looks
she's
incredible.
had some work done maybe back in the day or whatever. And again, money. So you take that stuff into account. But the way that people, if you never go into the comment section, but the way that people
Never.
will make comments about her when she goes on the red carpet without makeup as if she looks terrible. And I'm like, the woman is in her 60s. She looks amazing.
Yeah,
She looks
she does
beautiful.
not. Dude, my favorite things are on TikTok when people do go into the comment section and expose the people that are
Yes.
saying that shit.
Oh my God,
because
the
they
best.
are always the
It
most
looks like a thumb. Yeah.
Yes.
All of them.
people, and it's men and women. Women are
Yeah.
sometimes the worst commenters, and I'm like, okay, Angie from fucking Minnesota, like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
slow
you look
your
like
roll.
a deep sea creature. Please keep your thoughts to yourself. Sorry.
Okay, Methany.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's like
I didn't
first-
get enough sleep. I'm being so mean. But
No, but first of
Yeah.
all, yeah, don't fucking comment under people's like. Ugh.
yeah, they
that
started
drives
it.
me
That's kind of
nuts.
why, because I don't like going immediately to looks, but it is just like if you're going to start some shit talking
Yeah.
about somebody's appearance, I mean,
Glass houses
that's
and
it's
whatnot.
gonna
Yeah.
boomerang back at you, you know. Okay, I think I am gonna. Oh gosh, this is actually a little. I
think
am
you should
gonna.
fuck Post Malone.
That's what
you know
I'm
what?
going to do.
Sure, yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna do that. I just think he's gonna be fun. I
That
just
guy-
think it's gonna be like a real fun. Like you're gonna go on a fun fucking date. You're gonna like fuck and then probably order
Yeah.
Taco Bell to be
Yeah,
delivered
that's right.
to bed. You know, you're gonna watch
he gives
something funny.
me real munch vibes.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, like for sure. Yeah. And he is the kind of guy that I think I would have been like wanted to date in my early 20s, like, you know, late teens. So it's fulfilling that fantasy for myself. And then, yeah, I'm going to be friends with Solange. I need a spicy friend. I
Yeah.
need a friend that's willing to like throw hands in an elevator for me, you
Yeah.
know, because I'm not going to do it. I'm going to cry. So I need somebody.
The opposite.
Somebody
who's
who's-
Pisces friends who will throw hands.
Yes.
So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. What about you, Cass?
I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to marry Pamela Anderson. I just feel
Yeah.
like, you know what, I'm at that point in my life where like my favorite days are just like, just complete
Soft days.
Soft
Yeah.
days.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't want to have to like overthink anything. I work too much. I just want to like sit in my bed and watch TikToks and funny shows.
Read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
all.
We're living in a hard world. We
Yeah.
need soft days.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is making me want to put on Pride and Prejudice again.
Listen, I
please.
have something for you at the end of the episode. I'm going to wait until the end. I have something for you that you're going to love.
I'm so excited. Gilded Age, by this time,
Coming
it's
back.
already back.
Yes, exactly.
It's like back tomorrow in our
God, oh.
time. Yes.
Yes. In future time.
Yes. Oh, I love it.
I'm gonna marry Pam. I'm going to fuck Posty. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
he seems like such a good time. He seems like here's the thing with Solange. Totally hot. I just don't like she makes me a little self-conscious. Like I don't feel like I'll be good enough. Like I feel like
there's a quiet intensity to
intense
Solange.
pressure to perform in a certain way that I feel like she already has in her head but hasn't actually conveyed to me in words. So I'm not a really good mind reader, and so I feel like Posty will tell me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also, you and Post Malone would be a very hot tattooed couple.
Oh my God.
You know?
Yes.
That'd
Posty,
be great.
call me.
Where you at?
Where you at? Oh my gosh. Well, you guys want to take 5 and then we'll come back with stories?
Sounds good.
Yes. And we're back. Okay, I will kick us off with stories. So this one says, nice enough fellow, if a bit awkward. At one point, he remarked that he expected me to look classier based on my profile pics, even though this was a very casual drinks date and he was wearing a neon orange denim jacket.
Sir.
The call's coming from inside the house.
Exactly.
Imagine a man wearing a neon orange
Are you going hunting?
jacket trying to tell me anything? Are you kidding me?
Honey.
I need to look classier? Please.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, we parted ways, and when I got home, I found this really long message in my inbox. It started with the phrase, I get the sense I can be honest with you. So in the interest of being direct, let me just say.
Oh, I
God.
hate this already. I hate it. My head's on fire. No one asked you for your opinion.
My first thought was that he was going to tell me that he wasn't interested in pursuing things further. But no, he went on to write that I seemed pleasant enough, but he wasn't sure he found me attractive or well suited to him. However, he explained that's pretty typical for him. It takes him a while to really get to know someone deeply before he knows if he's interested. Therefore, he was proposing that we skip dating and enter into a serious relationship where we spent several nights a week together.
Do you not have a place to live? Just say that.
I also just like I don't find you attractive. This is the Mr.
Come
Darcy
live with
speech.
me. Yeah.
This is the where it's just like I don't really fuck with you, but like, do you want to get married? Like what?
I'm really annoyed that I actually like you. So just come and stay at my house for like a week. Maybe I'll find you attractive.
Yeah, we'll see if we can
that.
like
I don't know.
if you can come
Maybe
around.
test run.
He felt confident that if we got right to it, we could assess if we actually like each other in a few months. Damn, I can relate to feeling attraction as a slow burn that takes time to develop. I really can. But this idea of jumping straight into a relationship and spending most of our free time together in the hopes that we'd like each other eventually felt like a whole lot of pressure.
No.
I declined.
Yeah.
Props to him for graciously accepting my answer.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
I've never been in a situation where I've thought to myself, and maybe that's just like I'm not that type of person. That's a slow burn attraction kind of person where I'm just like, I don't need a couple months. I know now.
Yeah.
I don't like you.
I could tell immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that slow burn stuff can happen, but I feel like it has to happen naturally. Like I think you can be in a friend group with somebody who like you were friends with for a long time, and then over time you get to know them more in group settings, or you have conversations and they start to you'd be like, oh, maybe I really actually like this person, you know, or I could see something more with them or whatever. I could see that happening.
That happens in a natural setting. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Trying to force a slow burn.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Like, why don't you just stay at my house several nights a week?
No.
And we'll do the relation. We'll do pretend relationship. We'll play house.
No.
And just see what happens.
It sounds like the start of a romance novel.
It does.
It
Forced
does.
proximity.
Yeah.
There we
Yeah.
go.
You know what? It's almost that terrible one that Cassie made us watch. The pigeon.
Oh my God. The beautiful wedding and my God.
Beautiful
Yeah.
stranger. What is it? Yeah, something
Whatever
like that.
we don't need to.
Yeah.
The listeners don't
Completely
need to know.
wiped out of my brain already.
Beautiful disaster.
That's it.
I think is what it was. Oh,
Mine,
Lord.
it was that, but minus the beautiful.
Yeah, it was a nightmare. Okay. So a couple of years ago, I had what I refer to as a full board on bad date bingo. 1, arrived late. I live in the lower mainland of BC, and traffic can be a nightmare, so I give a fair amount of grace with timing. But after nearly 40 minutes and no message, I had decided he wasn't coming. Not a huge issue because I bring my book and like to post up at the bar for a cocktail, so I had mentally turned it into a date with myself.
There you go.
Amazing. I have loved doing that lately. Actually, I bring my Kindle with me pretty much everywhere I go. And then if I'm out and about, I'm like, oh yeah, I could sit at this bar and have a glass of wine and read.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Oh,
People should go
lovely.
out by themselves more often.
Yeah.
It is. It's very, very nice. I love eating by myself. I truly do. At a restaurant, nice meal, wine.
Peaceful. Yeah.
Yes. 2, didn't apologize for being late or explain why. 3, sneered at the idea of me reading at the bar.
Okay.
I hate that. Like,
All
okay.
right.
4, asked 0 questions about me. 5, talked a lot about his ex. 6, who, of course, was crazy.
Of course.
7, dove right into, this is what gives me so much skeeve. I think, Keegan, this will bother you the most. Dove right into kink talk and using degrading names, such as, I'm going to find that dirty little slut inside
Nope.
you.
No, you're not. No, you are not.
Oh no.
your face.
Oh
Nope.
no. And look, as somebody who, if you are actually having sexy time, can get into like
Sure.
dirty talk in
Heck
the bedroom.
yeah.
I'm going to find that there. Yeah.
Not
Not
with
on a
this-
first date.
at a public bar.
Forget.
On a
Sir,
first
this
date.
this is a Chili's.
100%, right?
Exactly. Ugh.
Please
you
don't.
doing?
Time and place, because honestly, talk like that outside of a sexy, I don't like.
No.
I don't like at all. I love it in the bedroom.
That's right.
But in a Lowe's,
Yeah.
In
a Lowe's. Oh my God.
Get
Or just like also with someone you don't.
I'm going to
you're
nail
not-
you. You know what I mean?
Ugh. Like
What?
with someone you're not attracted to, too. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing worse than someone trying to dirty talk you that you're not into.
attracted to.
Do you know where the
Like,
screws
it's so,
are?
it makes your skin crawl. You know? Ew. Ugh.
God. He was openly annoyed when I didn't want another drink, and then openly annoyed when I paid for my own drink. I tossed back the rest of my drink and made an excuse to leave. He followed me outside, and I gave him my boilerplate, "Thanks for making the time. No sparks, so won't be a next time" speech. He took a step closer and said, "Well, can I get a kiss?"
Nope.
No.
Nope.
No, I'm good. He scoffed. Clearly, I had wasted his time. I left in the opposite direction to where I lived because I didn't want him to have any idea where I was going. Cocktail was tasty, though.
Oh, there you
Well,
go.
at least
I hope
that.
the book was good.
The book's probably
you
good,
got
yeah.
40 minutes of
Yeah.
a good
Peace.
cocktail and uninterrupted reading.
There you go.
You know,
Yeah.
there are worse evenings.
Truly. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, God.
So I'd been dating this guy for a month, and we went on our first, quote, trip together in a tourist town about 2 hours away, and we're staying at a bed and breakfast. At a crowded restaurant in a quaint town, he got down on one knee and proposed. I was 21, and he was 30. Which
What
look-
in the
month
child
in.
bride is happening?
which looking back at now as a 34-year-old, I think is really weird. And there were a lot of red flags. I shook my head and tried to give him so many please don't signs, but I said no out loud. The restaurant was dead silent, and a lady burst out crying and called me a bitch. Oh, I ran out having an anxiety attack. The bill was waived, and we packed up our stuff and drove. The
Bill was waived. Oh, you made everyone in that restaurant
They're like,
so
"Just go.
uncomfortable
Just
that they're
go."
like,
I drove 2 hours back, where I dropped him off and had to drive 3 hours back to my house. Longest date ever.
oh my God.
She said, bitch.
But that man did that to himself. You
Oh,
can't
my
shoot your
God.
shot like that a month in. Like,
Oh my God. That is a nightmare, honestly. Oh my God.
like as a people pleaser personality, that is one of the worst things that could happen.
Like, don't make me hurt your feelings.
Don't make me
Why would
do
you
this
do
to you.
this?
I don't want to do this to you.
She's giving him the don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Get up, tie your shoe, and get up now. I know. Pretend you're tying your shoe.
Oh my God.
The fucking woman crying who called her a bitch.
I swear to I'm like, is that your fucking mom? You invited your parents there, didn't you? That was your mom at another table.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
After a month.
A 21-year-old after a month. Stop it.
We're not thinking with our big brain on this one. So, yeah.
Okay, this one's actually cute.
Mm-hmm.
So it says a cute one. First and only date with a guy. We are in a park after a light meal, sitting on the grass and chatting. I feel something poke my ass. I look around, expecting a dog. Felt like a nose. Saw nothing and went back to talking. Poked again. Looked around. Nothing. Poked again. As I'm looking and seeing nothing, now I'm freaking out. I stand up, and beneath where I was sitting, a tiny little mole pops his nose out of the ground and goes exploring in the grass. He's like, hey, you're sitting on my front door? Excuse me?
Please excuse me.
Ma'am?
My God.
Oh my God. We had a good laugh. It's so cute. We had a good laugh and watched him wander, dig and such. The mole occupied us for at least 30 minutes before he burrowed under again for good.
That is the best date of all time.
I know.
Actually.
It's not even the worst date. It's just, that's
Cute. Yeah.
It's adorable. I've never actually seen a mole. I don't know what they look like. Oh,
I mean, but I think everything is cute. So maybe I'm not the right person to ask. I mean, they can't really see. Did you ever see Once Upon a Forest?
no.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I think it's a micro-generation thing. So people who are maybe like born right around when I was born, let us know if you remember Once Upon a Forest. But it's like all these woodland creatures. It was in that era in the 90s where now it would be called woke. We had like Fern Gully and like all of these.
Oh, I
movies that
remember
were
Fern
like,
Gully.
Yeah.
hey, the environment, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so this was like a bunch of woodland creatures, and they were like their forest was like being deforested. And one of them, there was like a like chipmunk who wore a little vest, and there was a mole who had like big ass glasses because he couldn't see anything. And he was like a little nerd with giant glasses. And I'm like, oh, that's exactly what mole vibes are like in real life. They're just like little nerds who can't see.
They're like the mole from Inspector Gadget, right? Isn't he a mole?
Oh, I don't know. I've seen Inspector Gadget, but it's been a long time.
Really long time.
That is a blast from the past, certainly. Wow. We were just talking about, Eric and I, the other day about like Don Bluth animated movies in the 90s being like
dark.
The most dark and twisted and emotionally wrought movies that we watched as kids.
Wasn't a troll in Central Park, Don Bluth? There's like a troll in Central Park, Thumbelina.
Yeah.
All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Oh my God. All Dogs Go to Heaven is a fucking life wrecker.
Yes.
And we watched these movies on repeat is the thing. Like,
and
I
knowing
watched
that
Land Before
girl,
Time.
I
her
know.
story, Judith Darcy's story,
and
is
that he did that scene after she died, and just
she's the same one in
Land Before Time.
Land
Ducky.
Before Time too.
Yep.
That fucking movie. Jesus. I wonder why I have like emotional problems.
Yeah, a lot of parent death happening.
Yeah.
I remember rewatching because like everyone, I was obsessed with The Lion King when it came out. And then years and years and years went by, and I didn't watch it again until I was in my like late teens, early 20s. And that scene with the wildebeest and then Mufasa dying, I was like, this is tragic.
Yeah.
Like, is Simba trying to wake him up? I'm like, what the fuck? We were just
sobbing.
watching.
Dude, it used to be just like, you know what, kids, this is
life.
This is
Get
life.
ready for it.
Get ready.
Okay, but then they still made up. And that's a life wrecker too. So,
but you know, Up, you just got to get past those first 20 minutes. Just like muscle through. the first 20 minutes.
No words and diabolical. Ugh.
Yeah, absolutely. That is actually a good, I think, tester. If you are like kind of getting serious with a dude, sit down and put on Up. If they don't cry, I think that's a red flag.
You're just staring at their face the whole time while they're watching
like,
it, sitting next to them like,
do you have a soul? Do you have a soul? Okay. This person says, I just messed up. I don't eat red meat. He knew. Waitress came to take our order and he said, oh, she doesn't want anything. She doesn't eat. I ordered the fried chicken anyway. He says, hopefully that will give you a stomach ache.
What?
I say, that's a rude thing to say.
That just gave me chills. Like, I feel like that's like,
Why would you say
creepy.
that? It's so weird.
Yeah.
Ready? I say, that's a rude thing to say. And he says, he gets really turned on when women fart in his face.
Oh,
He's willing to pay for it, and even more if it's stanky. And women with IBS have the stinkiest farts.
Girl, I could.
The waitress is still standing there.
No.
I need her POV. I need her to write in.
Later, when he goes to the bathroom, she brings me some free pity dessert and says, dating in Chicago's so hard. I'd ask for double and payment up front.
That is,
I mean, girl, get your collect your coins. Get cash.
Yeah, that waitress was like, you know what? Just secure the bag, sis.
Do it.
Here's some cheesecake. Hopefully that'll
hopefully you're
help things
intolerant.
Yeah.
Here's hoping for
Get
a
that money,
milkshake.
Dude, honestly, we've talked about it on the pod before. If you have a man that's willing to pay big money for you to fart on them, fucking do it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Fucking do it.
Get it.
Invest that money.
Yep.
Retire on that money. Fart on every man and secure the bag. As my biggest advice after years of doing this podcast, if I could go back in time, I would have farted way more and I would have made him pay.
I mean, you could still do it, I think, if it was just fart related.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's not I feel like
maybe.
cheating is what I'm saying.
You could talk. I mean, it's not cheating if Eric knows.
Right.
You know, have the conversation.
If it's ethically non-monogamous farting.
Non-monogamous farting. I'll have to see if he's down.
Okay.
I don't know.
Look, there's not, like we've said many times before, not trying to kink shame, but it does make me wonder. Does it make you wonder when you hear things like this where you're like, what happened? Like, what happened when you had your first boner that aligned
Formed
with
that.
like, that formed this specific kink, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because how does that happen? Right?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying now. Now you got me chewing on this one.
Oh God.
I'm gonna consider
Never
it.
chewing when we're talking about farting. Let's not. Phrasing.
Let's not.
Phrasing. All right. I'm gonna move on to I'm gonna end on a nice cute note to go along with Keegan's. We were paired up as an engaged couple in our high school's mock marriage assignment for seniors, designed to teach you that getting engaged and planning a wedding is hard, so don't do it right away. I secretly had a crush on him, but neither of us made a move because we were going off to college. Fast forward a few months into college and we ran into each other. We had chosen the same college and we didn't even know it. We started hanging out and he had the idea to go, quote, window shopping for furniture we'd need for our new house, continuing the mock marriage thing. We spent literally an entire day roaming the large furniture store in our city, picking out couches.
That's a great date.
And entertainment stands for our fictitious house.
That's a great date.
That's a great date.
You know, when we talk about people who are like, I don't have any money for a date, it's like it doesn't take money. It just takes planning, creativity.
Yeah.
You can do that for free.
Yeah.
Go get an ice cream cone and walk around fucking Ashley's furniture store.
Dude, I am in love with this man right now.
I know. Even laying in beds together. We'd been together now for 10 years, married almost 5. He actually reenacted the proposal he had mocked up back in high school. So I can tell you, because she did an edit and she tells you about the proposal story. There are some differences between the mock proposal and the real life one. So mock proposal. It's going to be wintertime, so the downtown area is all lit up. We're going to have a nice Italian dinner at Olive Garden and go to the symphony. Reality. I woke up with a bad cold, but of course we had dinner reservations and symphony tickets. So he kind of panicked. He left and came back, and I found him in the kitchen having bought all the ingredients to make chicken noodle soup from scratch. We lunched on that and I felt better, and I insisted on wearing a dress and heels even though it was snowing. When plows go through the streets of heavy snow, there are monstrous drifts at each pedestrian crossing. On our way to the symphony, he picked me up and carried me across each drift. Dinner was at a fancy local Italian restaurant. I had the sea bass and tiramisu. Then he convinced me to go on a walk through the freshly fallen snow and brightly lit Christmas lights. He proposed with a beautiful view overlooking the city where we fell in love. Our parents live in different places across the state, so we spent the day driving and telling them the news in person. He's still the best of men. Isn't that the sweetest?
God.
I have chills.
I know,
I have chills.
That
Literal
man just
goosebumps.
raised the bar
It's
for
so great.
every man
And
on
do
earth.
you know what? Do you know what? It's not that hard.
No.
Did you hear
No.
everything he did? It's not that hard. It's not hard at all.
No.
And it's the
Yeah.
best story
Yes.
I've ever heard.
I don't know that I
needs
know
to
a
be
better
a movie.
proposal story ever.
Oh,
It's
Wow.
so cute.
Do you think she thought, like, when she woke up, like, dinner and symphony, did she think to herself, oh my God.
I don't know.
Oh my God. Because that was
Oh.
their high school plan.
That's so cute.
so freaking cute. Like wow. That is so cute. I love that this episode of My Worst Date is like my worst date, my best date.
Yeah.
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 I just thought that, I don't know. And because you know what, it reminded me, it gave me a core memory flashback to when me and one of my really good high school friends, he and I got quote unquote married in French class. And so he always would joke like, oh, my first wife. And, you know, like it was a constant ongoing joke about having been married when we were in high school, you know? So
cute.
yeah, it's funny.
Wow, that's so cute. And I think I'm so glad that you shared that, because 7 years we share these just terrible, awkward, criminal dates. And then to hear an example of something that's beautiful and pure and kind and thoughtful.
Yes.
It's just a reminder out there that it does happen. It does.
Maybe we
It
should
does.
do one episode a year, like our
Yeah.
Valentine's Day episode. That's just best dates.
I love that.
Well, just a whole episode of just good.
Really
Vibes.
good. Oh.
Okay. I love this. I love this.
Let's do it for the holidays.
Yeah.
Heartwarming
Lovely.
holidays.
Or
for
like best
our
proposal
Christmas.
Our listeners are like, that's not what we pay you for.
Where's our snarky, cynical friends at? Come back.
Yeah, exactly. No, but sometimes it's good. It's good to have a reminder that, like, in all the
It
shit,
actually is
there's-
good. Yeah.
There's beauty out there, and there is true love. That is
There
a
are people
great
who-
true love story.
Yeah.
Who want to try, you know. Yeah, that's lovely.
Oh.
Well, if you have the best date story of all time, or a terrible date story, or you just want to reach out and say hello, go to our one-stop shop of a website. It's myworstdatepodcast.com, and we love you so much.
Cheers.